Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So this is not clickbait, this is for real. I found hundreds of mason jars down in this hole right here. So I am cleaning this property. This is not on my property. I'm cleaning this property for someone, and I happened upon some blue tarps and stuff in the side of the hill here, down here. And underneath them is hundreds of perfectly lined, stacked canning jars. There's several brands from mostly Ball, but there's also Kerr, a Drey, what else? The Magic Button, and a few others, I believe. I can't think of them all right now, but we have been hauling mason jars by the hundreds out of this hole. Unfortunately, I forgot to bring a shovel today, and we were going to kind of dig the area a little bit because the tarps go under the dirt quite a ways. And it's all framed with big logs and that are mostly rotted out by now. But so I don't know how long this has been here, but I assume quite a long time because of how rotted the wood framing is around the edge. I don't know if that's all it ever was a shallow hole where they stored the mason jars, or maybe even certain kinds of foods or whatever at certain times, but or if this was an actual root cellar that was, you know, down in the ground or in the hillside, because there is a nice perfect hillside here where you could have a perfect root cellar right here where you could actually walk down. So I have no idea if it's an actual full-blown root cellar down there that was closed off or caved in or whatever, you know, whatever happened. I have no idea, but I've never seen buried mason jars like that before. They are all empty. There's maybe a handful that had lids and rings on, but most of them don't have any lids or rings, and they are just perfectly stacked and aligned and organized down there. I've got everything from the itty-bitty jars, half pint jars, pint and a half, and quart size jars. I found all of them with very little that has been broken. So I'll just show you guys this area real quick, and then I will tell you what I'm doing once I get these home, because I was given the go-ahead to keep whatever I found. So I am bringing these all home and washing them up and getting them in usable condition. So I'll just show you this area real quick, and then we will talk later about what I'm doing at home once I get these jars there. So this is the hillside here. That hole right there is just where I found hundreds and hundreds of these jars. This is kind of a pile I've made that the jars were broken, and I've still got a handful here that we just found that I'm gonna bring home with me. There's a couple more broken ones, but that's about it. This is the perfect little hillside for a nice root cellar. So I don't know if that actually went into the ground at some point, like I said, or if that's all it ever was. So if anybody's ever seen this before or might know, or if that was a common thing to do, to bury the mason jars, empty mason jars like that, let me know. I'd be really interested. I love you know, learning things like that and historical things and the way people did things at you know, any given point. It's pretty interesting to me. But you can see where the tarps are still down here. The white there is tarp, and it goes all the way over here. So unfortunately we can't get the rest of that ugly tarp out of the ground, so that's just how it's going to be left probably. But I'm going to pick up the rest of the glass for her and get this all cleaned up. But I'm going to take the last of these jars, but we have hundreds of mason jars, you guys, and they're in awesome condition. So they are filthy, obviously, but these are really nice jars. I mean, these are worth good money if you were buying these new, you know. So it's pretty exciting, but we're going to take these home. We're going to wash them and wash them and wash them, and we're going to sanitize these in boiling water. but it's going to be a long process because of how many there are, and they are absolutely filthy. Some of them are really full of growing plants and things, so it's going to be a while and a lot of work, but worth it, I think, in the end. When you're canning hundreds and hundreds of jars of food in a year, finding hundreds for free like this is a pretty awesome thing. So I am taking these home and we are cleaning them. So step one is to bring them in the house. I've tried to get as much of the stuff out of them as I possibly can. And then I am washing them in hot soapy water, as hot as I can get it. And with just my Dawn dish soap, I'm soaking them for a little bit. And then I am scrubbing them inside and out as much as I possibly can. Some of them are stained up a little bit just from canning and actually getting, you know, the white filmy hard water stains or whatever on them from just years of use. So I'm scrubbing them as the best I can inside and out, letting them dry, air dry. And then some of them I have just put right into the my electric water bath canner, my ball electric water bath canner. I'm just putting them in there and boiling them for 10 minutes, and then I am air drying them again, and then I'm going over them meticulously, just looking for any sort of grime or anything that could possibly still be on there. We're just kind of washing them again in hot soapy water, and then they look good. And so we're bringing them downstairs and storing them until we get them all done. And I will give you guys a final count of how many jars I've pulled out of here. I can't wait to see that because I've already started washing these, you guys, and I've already washed 50 jars, and I didn't even dent the supply that I had. So it's going to be really cool to see how many jars we actually pulled out of here. But definitely was not clickbait. This is for real. I've never seen anything like it. If you guys have, really let me know, because I'm really interested to know if this was like commonplace at a certain time period, you know. So far, out of about 35 jars or so, I've found 2 that are not going to be fit for canning. These 2, one is the Kerr self-sealing. It has a chip here. can see that on the rim, and a little bit on the inside of the rim here. And then this one, which is also a Kerr, and it as well has some chips. This one is a lot finer chips, but you can see this one right here, right at the top. So these ones I'll set aside, keep them separately, and we'll see at the end how many I have that can't actually be canned with, but 2 out of 35 or so, that's not a bad ratio. These are all looking good. Once these are completely dry, they'll be ready to be put away. But I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope that you found it as fascinating as I did, because it just kind of blew my mind with excitement. So I hope that you guys enjoyed, and I hope you subscribe and stick around for future videos. I'll see you guys next time. Have a good one.